Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Rondberg and I want to welcome you to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the biggest myth there is when talking about annuities and different types of annuity withdrawals. All the time, people come to my office and they go, I would never purchase an annuity because if I were to die early after taking the lifetime income, the company's going to keep all my money. And that is an old way that annuities used to operate as one option. So once upon a time when annuities were around and helping people to solve retirement income, they were pretty limited in their lifetime income capabilities. They had different options. You could maybe start an annuity and take the income over 10 years, or maybe 20 years, or maybe you could take it over a lifetime income, but if you passed away, the company kept all your money. And then they started to evolve to add joint lifetime incomes. They started to evolve to add lifetime income with return of premium to your beneficiaries if you die too soon. They started to evolve where you would have a guarantee for 10, 15, 20 years, but if you outlive that, you'd still get the income for life. So they started to mature and evolve and to meet more consumers' needs to address that concern. What people are referring to there is maybe an older form or possibly still a relevant form of taking income from annuity called a life-only payment. It's one of the ways to get the highest lifetime income contractual guarantee from an annuity, but yes, that's the downside. If you were to pass away after even one payment, the company would keep your money. It discourages a lot of people to this day, and marketers use that as a way to scare people from purchasing annuities so that they can manage the money or take control of the money to manage it or use it for other products or things like that. But now they have what's called income riders. So there's a few different ways you could take money out of your annuity. Number one, you could still annuitize it, which is what I was describing with those options earlier. There's things like period certain, where you could take it for 10 years, 20 years, it'll pay out and then it'll stop. You could take it for period certain with life, which means that for the first 10 or 20 years, if you die, your beneficiary will get those remaining payments. But if you live a long time, you'll get that income payment for life. Or you could still take the life-only option, where you get the highest potential amount, but if you die, the company would keep all of your money. You could also take joint lifetime income options. You could take lifetime incomes with cash refund or return of premium, meaning that if you were to pass away, every single dollar that you had that was going to come to you is going to get paid out to your beneficiary that's remaining in the contract. All kinds of different annuitization options. But essentially, annuitization is a way for you to take your asset off your balance sheet and put it on the insurance companies. Now, a lot of times people will use this for legal reasons, and I'm not an attorney and I'm not going to get into those, but they still have a very valid place for specific legal reasons that you might use those, mainly for lawsuits or to qualify for benefit. I'm not going to spend time on that because I'm not an attorney and I don't know how to even properly do that. I don't have a license to talk about legal issues. But another way you can take money from your annuity is you could just take partial withdrawals. So a lot of annuities offer 5% penalty-free withdrawals, meaning you could take out 5% of your account value with no penalty, generally after the first 12 months. Sometimes they offer 10% penalty-free withdrawals, which I would say is a little more common. Sometimes they have stacking penalty-free withdrawals, meaning that after 12 months you could take out 10% with no penalty. After the next 12 months you could take out 20% and 30%, and it builds from there. So you could just take money out as a withdrawal. If your annuity is put into a tax-deferred account and you reach age 72, you might take what's known as a required minimum distribution. Because it's in a tax-deferred account or a fully taxable account like an IRA or a SEP, you may need to take a portion out of that IRA that the government makes you take, called a required minimum distribution. Generally, annuities are pretty friendly for required minimum distribution. But another way you can take money from an annuity is through a lifetime income rider. Now, they can be put on your policy without a rider charge, and they can be added to your policy with a rider charge. It depends on the company and the product. Some companies and products just come with a guaranteed lifetime income rider. Some of them you have to pay for, and generally if you pay for it, you're going to get some potentially extra benefits, and I'll go through some of those in this video. But a lifetime income rider is a way for you to keep the asset on your balance sheet but still get lifetime income. Now, when taking income through a lifetime income rider, if you were to pass away, there's a death benefit, which is generally the account value, or it could be even a higher amount. So they will pay that to your beneficiary. So whatever you don't use out of the cash value or account value will go to your loved ones through a beneficiary designation that you name. Or it could be just somebody that you name, it doesn't have to be a loved one. But that form of lifetime income is a relatively, in the scope and landscape of annuities, a relatively newer way to take lifetime income payments. So you can set up an annuity to protect your principal, and then you can put a rider on that will give you the option to take a guaranteed stream of lifetime income payments for you, possibly your spouse, for the rest of your life as long as you live, and you can still retain control of the asset. If you change your mind and want to surrender it and walk away from lifetime income, maybe pay a surrender charge to leave early, you can do that. If you need to liquidate the whole thing for long-term care, sometimes there's companies that will waive surrender charges and you can do that. Sometimes there's companies where if you're getting a lifetime income stream through the rider, that income stream will double or maybe even increase by 2.5 times specifically for you for long-term care. And that's where you pay a rider fee to get one of those benefits. So the lifetime income rider gives you the ability to get lifetime income from your annuity, but not have to give up the principal. You can still retain control of it to pass it to a beneficiary if there's something left, or to use it for long-term care for yourself. But this is a complete myth that all annuities will keep your money if you don't use it. And so what I'm trying to do is kind of demystify these products so people aren't so afraid of them and turned off by them, because what I find is a lot of people could really benefit from using these in their retirement. And people come into my office all the time and they're stressed out, they're worried, they don't know what to do, they don't know what they have, they don't know how much they can take, they don't know how long they're gonna live. And they sit there and say things to me all the time like, man, if only there was a way I could get income from this and I could have safety and I could have protection or guarantee that I wouldn't have to worry and I could take this income confidently forever and I knew how much I could spend. And they're literally describing the features and benefits of annuities and they don't even know it's an annuity. And so I can see that there's a disconnect in the community and what's really happening and what products are available. So I'm trying to bridge that gap so people know there are some really powerful tools you can use to optimize your retirement and get a guaranteed stream of lifetime income to protect you and your spouse. So again, that myth is completely false for all annuities. Some annuities still have that feature, a lot of annuities don't. And the reality is, with the right agent and the right process, you can discover what's truly in your best interest. So I would encourage you to shop, look around, talk to other agents, and figure out what's going to be the best way for you to get the most lifetime income that's going to fit your needs the best way possible for you and your family. If you have questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you give me a thumbs up, I appreciate that, and share this content. Think about subscribing. I'll be coming out with more annuity videos, life insurance videos, long-term care videos, and all kinds of ways for you to insulate your retirement, create protection, create some contractual guarantees, transfer risks so that you can live out your retirement so you can discover your purpose and have a very abundant lifestyle. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for checking this one out.